Hi guys, and welcome to another beer review. We're looking at another beer in the Siren Rainbow Project 2016, and today we've got a beer by Partizan Brewing. Violet, because it's the violet colour, is associated or often associated as a colour of nobility, so we looked at a few royal or coronation ales from 1953 which were quite varied but essentially barley wine-esque for the most part. To add an extra degree of nobility, we boosted the sugar content with some Riesling grape juice, Riesling being a grape associated with noble rot. Unfortunately, Panhead were unable to brew with us, be involved in the project this year due to a lack of time on their part, believed to be mainly due to their recent acquisition by a larger brewery/drinks brand. So yeah, it's a shame that Panhead couldn't be involved, but at the same time, it's great that Partizan carried on anyway. Barley wines, I've only had a few, and to me they're a bit of an acquired taste. You've got to be really in the mood to fully appreciate barley wine. And it's Sunday, it's the end of the week, it's, the evening. I want something that's just going to end the week nicely, and I can think of worse things than a barley wine. So let's get the beer opened and poured. So again, another little welcomed break from a soured beer. Not that, I'm complaining, of course, because they've been really good so far. Not had a bad beer in this Rainbow Project, and I suspect I won't. There is one beer that promises to be very, very intriguing, and that could be a love it or hate it sort of beer. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Not too much going on in terms of activity in the glass. I really had to work it to get even just a lining on the head. And yeah, beer itself, not really too much going on in terms of carbonation. I don't know, is there even any carbonation in there? Nice, deep, orangey colour. And it's like nice and chalky around the outsides. You can't see through that at all, just about see like the silhouette of your hand, but it's a little bit more luminous. But that's being said, it has got like a sense of murkiness to it, like a copperiness. But yeah, it looks good, so let's give it a sniff. Well, I definitely get like that grapefruit juice smell. I'm not familiar with the specific grape, but you can definitely pick that up, and it's like this nice fresh zingy sort of juice character. And then it's going to sound like a cop out, but it's got that barley wine sort of flavour with those malts in there, where it's a little bit dank, a little bit sweet, but at the same time it's got like an earthiness to it. But that's such a lovely, subtle and rounded aroma. It really does predominantly just smell like you've got a glass of juice in your hand. But yeah, that's a really nice and subtle smelling beer. So let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Wow. That's a very intriguing beer actually, because you do pick up that sort of grapiness in there, but it's not as fruity or as vibrant as the aroma which lead you to believe. But that being said, not knocking it in that regard. And those malts, there's like a slightly sweetish malt flavour that leaves a very slight bitterness on the back end. It's not really bitter at all, to be honest, just aside from when when you've swallowed. Slight tartness about it. But aside from that, if I'm being honest, it's not a really exciting beer. I've had much more flavoursome barley wines. This is a bit more gentle, a little bit more subtle. It has got that sense of like elegance about it. It's not biting, it's not too heavy. It's got a nice smooth mouthfeel. But I don't know, it's just lacking that little bit of oomph. Now, when I say that, I don't mean it's a bad beer. It's far from a bad beer. It's very drinkable. It's going to go down nicely, and it might not be the most alcoholic. It might not be the most flavoursome of barley wines. But I'm sure as the beer rests in the glass, I will get some more flavours in there, or at least I hope I will. It has been in the fridge, but it's been out for about half an hour to 45 minutes. I'm going to give this probably a 7 out of 10. And yeah, I'd be more than happy to give Partizan Brewing another chance if I try more of their beers. Don't get me wrong, I'm very interested in what styles they do. But as an introduction to the brewery, I don't know. I'm not sure how far into the process of this actual build of the beer when the other guys had to drop out. So I'm not going to hold anything against Partizan for this one. It's not as characterful as I'd like it to be. And that's really the only criticism that I can give it. But, 7 out of 10, it's still a good score. And still, if you want to give one a try, and if there's still some available, definitely give it a go. So if you've tried this beer, then let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you've tried any of the Rainbow 2006 beers, let me know which one you've enjoyed the most. What Partizan beers should I look for? Apparently there's a face, according to facial recognition over my shoulder. I'll put Partizan's link down below. Yeah, I'll put Panhead's link down below as well, so you can go scope those guys out. But yeah, this has probably been my least favourite of the the Rainbow project so far. But again, it's by far a bad beer. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you will join me for the next one. We're coming to the end very, very soon, and yeah, it's been quite an experience so far. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you later. Cheers, guys.